Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. A wedding that was supposed to be pure happiness turns into absolute chaos in a matter of seconds. And trust me, what happens here might change everything for Carla and Lisa forever. So here's what went down. Carla and Lisa's long awaited wedding day finally arrives, and it should have been a beautiful celebration of love. But just as everything is about to begin, unexpected faces from the past crash the moment, bringing secrets, tension, and emotional explosions that leave the entire street shaken and the wedding itself hanging by a thread. Alright, let's really step into this moment because this episode doesn't just start, it builds. From the very first scene, you can feel it. There is something in the air that feels off. You know that kind of tension you can't explain, but it's there, sitting quietly beneath everything. That's exactly the vibe here. The venue is stunning, everything perfectly arranged. Flowers are placed with care, guests are arriving, dressed for a celebration, and on the surface it looks like a dream wedding about to happen. But underneath all that beauty, there's pressure, there's emotion, there's history. Carla is trying to hold herself together. You can see it in the way she carries herself, the way she breathes, the way her eyes drift for just a second too long. She is thinking about everything they have been through, every challenge, every moment that tested their relationship. This wedding isn't just a ceremony for her, it's proof that they made it. And Lisa, she's doing her best to stay calm too. On the outside, she looks composed, almost steady, but you can tell she's holding things in. There is a quiet fear there, a need for everything to go right, like she's trying to protect this moment from falling apart before it even begins. Both of them are standing on the edge of something beautiful, believing that love is enough to carry them through anything. And then everything changes. Just as the ceremony is about to begin, the first shock hits. Someone walks in, someone no one expected, and instantly the energy shifts. Conversations stop, people start whispering. You can feel the ripple move through the crowd like electricity. This isn't just a surprise guest, this is someone right to the past, someone who brings history with them. Before anyone can even process that moment, it happens again. Another face appears, and this time it's even bigger, even more shocking. Now it's not just tension, it's chaos. These aren't random returns, these are people carrying unfinished business, unresolved emotions, and truths that were never meant to come out like this. And suddenly, what was supposed to be a joyful day turns into a storm of confusion, speculation, and rising conflict. Carla is completely thrown off. He can see her trying to stay strong, trying to keep it together, but this is something she didn't prepare for. She is being dragged back into a past she thought she had already dealt with, and it's hitting her all at once. Lisa is just as shaken, but in a different way. She's trying to understand what's happening, trying to figure out if this is just terrible thing, timing, or something planned, and that question alone starts to plant doubt. And once doubt enters the room, everything starts to crack. The confrontations begin. Voices rise. Emotions spill out. People start saying things they have kept buried for far too long. Accusations fly, alliances get tested, and suddenly everyone is involved. It's no longer just about Carla and Lisa. It's about everyone connected to them. And here's the thing, the drama doesn't slow down, it actually gets worse. Because these returns, they're not quiet. They didn't come to sit in the background. They came with purpose, whether it's closure, answers, or something more disruptive. They're not living without making an impact. Now Carla and Lisa are stuck in an impossible situation. Do they face all of this head on and try to push forward with the wedding? Or do they step back and deal with the chaos first? And you can feel the pressure building with every second. Carla is torn apart internally. Her past is right in front of her, refusing to stay buried. At the same time, her future, her life with Lisa, is right there too. And she's being forced to choose how to handle both at once. Lisa, meanwhile, is trying to find her place in all of this. She's questioning where she stands, what this all means and whether the foundation they built is as strong as she believed. What follows are some of the most emotional scenes we have seen, raw, intense, and painfully real. Both of them are pushed to their limits, not just as a couple, but as individuals. They're questioning everything their relationship, their choices, even themselves. Around them, people try to step in, some offer support, trying to hold things together, others unintentionally make things worse, adding opinions, stirring emotions, and deepening the divide. You have got some urging them to go ahead with the waiting no matter what, saying love should win, and then others saying no, this needs to be addressed first. And that divide, it only adds more tension. Time keeps moving, the ceremony is still waiting, and everything feels like it's hanging in mid-air. As things unfold, more truths start coming out, and not just small ones, big layered revelations that change how people see their past. Suddenly, it's not just about the wedding anymore, it's about everything leading up to it. Every relationship, every connection, every hidden truth. It becomes clear that what's happening right now is bigger than anyone expected. Carla and Lisa are right at the center of it all, their love being tested in the most brutal way possible. Every choice they make now carries weight, not just for them, but for everyone around them. And then we reach that breaking point, that moment where everything stops and it's just the two of them face to face. No noise, no crowd, just honesty. They are forced to look at each other without distractions, without defenses, and ask the hardest question of all. Is their love strong enough to survive this? And let me tell you, the emotional weight of that moment is heavy. You can feel it. This isn't just about a wedding anymore. It's about whether they can move forward together or fall apart completely. As the episode moves toward its final moments, the chaos begins to settle. At least on the surface, guests slowly leave, each one carrying their own version of what just happened. The energy is still tense, still uncertain, but Carla and Lisa remain, standing there in the middle of everything. Their future unclear, but their feelings still very real. And in a quite deeply personal moment away from everyone else, they begin to talk not about the drama, not about the chaos, but about them, about what they mean to each other, about whether what they have is strong enough to survive everything that just happened. There is a fragile sense of hope there, but it's delicate. Because even though they are trying to move forward, the past hasn't fully let go. The questions aren't fully answered, and the tension, it's still there, just waiting. What makes this storyline so powerful is that it makes something beautiful, a wedding, and turns it into a test, not just of love but of truth, history, and emotional strength. It shows how quickly things can unravel when the past comes back at the worst possible time. This isn't just about dramatic returns, it's about unresolved issues that were never truly dealt with. And when those things resurface, they don't just affect one moment, they shake everything. Carla and Lisa's relationship is being pushed to its limits. And what we are really watching is whether their connection can survive reality, not just the dream they built together. Honestly, this is the kind of drama that hits differently because it's not just shocking, it feels real. Life doesn't always fall apart slowly. Sometimes it happens all at once, in the middle of what's supposed to be your happiest moment. And I really feel for both of them here. Carla being pulled back into her past like this, that's not easy. And Lisa questioning everything in real time. Completely understandable. Neither of them is wrong. They're just human. And that final moment between them, that's what got me. Because despite everything, there's still something more there. Something worth fighting for. But the question is it enough? So now I have got to ask you, do you think this wedding should still happen after everything that's been revealed? Or is this the kind of situation where walking away might actually be the right choice? And what about those shocking returns, coincidence, or something planned to destroy this moment? If you were Carla, would you fight for love right now, or take a step back and deal with the past first? Let me know what you think in the comments, because this one is deep. And if you are as hooked on this storyline as I am, don't forget to like the video, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned because something tells me this drama is far from over. And the next twist might be even bigger.